Hi, I'm Joanne-Marie, and this week on TGIS, I'll be finding out just what it takes to give birth to an app and meeting Singapore's rising star of the mobile computing scene. Oh, and remember to pay attention during the show and you could win some SingTel vouchers. Like me, you're probably addicted to your smartphone and downloading the latest apps. The question is, exactly how do you make something as indispensable and life-changing as this? The programmer I'm gonna meet was touted as Singapore's icon of cool by CNN International, and he's been making headlines ever since. I wonder if it's too late for me to learn some hot tips about app creation. Do not be fooled. This is no ordinary boy. By the time Ding Wen was 9, his app Doodle Kids had clocked close to 500,000 downloads on the Apple App Store. He's 12 now, and that app has been downloaded over 2 million times. So Ding Wen, you're supposed to be the hottest programmer in Asia, is that true?
Well, it is true that one day I set fire to my father's computer. Yes, we were just programming one day and I think something short-circuited in the system, so it started an internal fire.
So I heard that you hit the headlines with Doodle Kids and that you programmed it in just 3 days.
Actually, the original Doodle Kids, I took about 1 week to make it in complete Pascal on the Apple TGIS.
Oh, okay.
But after that, I ported it to an iPhone because the idea and concept was already there, so it only took about 3 days.
So I understand that your sister was a really big inspiration as well. So how did she affect the development of this app?
They were playing with bits of paper, so I had this inspiration that when kids draw, they don't want to draw with different brushes and sizes or colors. They just want to draw with anything they have.
Okay, so the other star of the show is this S02GS that you brought along with you, and I'm pretty sure that it's way older than you. So how did you end up programming on this machine?
Because all the other modern programming languages were way too complicated, so my dad decided to use AppleSoft Basic from the Apple TGIS.
Amazing, so what's next?
Games like this.
Wow. So what's the story behind this game?
I wanted to try something more complicated. There's actually a lot going behind the scenes, like objects, collision detection.
Hey, you know what? I've always wanted to be inside computer games. Do you have any advice for me?
No problem. Why don't I put you in the game itself?
You can do that?
Take a picture.
Okay. So we have the limited edition Invader War. Hey, that's amazing! It's so cool that I'm an asteroid, but not exactly what I meant. Okay, so now it's time for some hot tips from Ding Wen. What would you tell me if I told you that I wanted to create my own app? What do I have to do?
You have to have your idea. You have to understand the language, whether it's Objective-C or Pascal or Basic. You have to know your tools. You have to learn to play with them, to dive straight and don't look back. You have to remember that your program is always in beta and you have to keep prototyping. Of course, it will be a good idea to learn some Objective-C. This square brackets over here means that you'll be able to call a function, in this case, an object of simple audio engine called Share Engine. Share Engine has a function.
Okay, stop. Ding Wen, sadly, we're out of time and I'm definitely out of brain cells. I know you don't like being called a wonder kid, but you're a really cool boy and we're all going to be watching your programming in the future. Well done for not setting fire to any of our computers today. And thank you for being on our show. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode and that it inspired you to make some apps of your own. And now it's time for our contest. This week's question is, what's the model of the phone that I used in this episode? Send your answers to contest@singtel.com and stand a chance to win $50 SingTel vouchers. Join me, Joanne-Marie, next time only on TGIS. This is Joanne-Marie. Oh, wrong sign off. I was gonna say the old one. Subscribe to us on YouTube or find us on Facebook. You can also visit singtelshop.com for the latest offers.